Wow. What a big surprise.
Bayelsa, the Miracle People's Executive Governor. I can also see the Senior Senator Heineken Lefebvre, Ashwari Ellis, Madam Ibrahim, Israel Sami Governor of our State Bayelsa. Shall we please give him a big round of applause? Successful, workaholic and successful of the federal members of the National Assembly who are also all. Let me Chief Samuel Obuku, PhD, the Managing Commission who is here with us, State and National Assembly who are all here with us, the Secretary Executive Council here present, Honorable Justice Daniel Aya, whom I've just been told is. I'd like to recognize Your Royal Majesty, Bayelsa State, commissions and parastatals of government who are all here, of financial institutions, airlines, the chairman of the board of the Pan Niger Delta Forum.
With 72-seater capacity, operating out of Bayelsa on a daily basis, we are sure that Pioneer will be able to spread her wings across the Niger Delta region effectively. In addition to the Niger Delta area, we are also expected to initially fly the route of Lagos and Abuja and back to Yenagoa.
Is Premium Trust Bank, and so for this case, Premium Trust Bank also plays.
As the managing director CEO of NDDC, one thing I've realized is we have challenges of moving around the region, especially short shuttles. It is difficult for us to move from Port Harcourt to Calabar, especially if you need to go and come back, but with this alone. And since the management is looking at having short trips across the region, we in Niger Delta, we're going to be, the NDDC is going to be one of the biggest beneficiaries, and we're going to discuss partnership with the airline to see how it is going to help the people of the Niger Delta.
Please, a round of applause for him.
This is indeed, long expected. Why do I say so? You can only maximize facilities like an airport if you own, a local airline. For me, as minister, in charge of oil, what I would do is to use my office to partner with Bayelsa, airline. And the only way we can sustain the Bayelsa airline is not to treat it the way, Nigeria Airways was treated. Nigeria Airways used to be one airline where, ministers, those who are in government will be given free tickets to travel, Europe, to America, and after a short while, the airline died. Till today, the debts are still there to be paid, but the airline has since died and been buried. So the only way we can sustain, this airline is for Your Excellency to make it compulsory for every Bayelsa state government official to use Bayelsa airline. And you must pay for it. You may have a credit line extended to the state government, but it has to be placed on first line charge. At the end of every month, any credit or any debt owed to Bayelsa airline has to be paid first before even salaries. That is the only way this airline can survive.
His Excellency, distinguished Senator Doyeju, the Miracle People's Executive Governor of Bayelsa State, the one who is actualizing our dreams, the one who is working hard to ensure that Bayelsa does not remain the same.
Please be seated. Please be seated. Bayelsa is launching its own airline, commercial air service. I'm delighted to stand before you for you to see with your own eyes the ATR 72-600 aircraft, each configured, as you heard from the MD, to carry 72 passengers and crew members. One is on ground. The other one will be on his way very soon. Both of them have been paid fully for. And these aircrafts mark a decisive step in strengthening our state's aviation capacity, and expanding the economic horizon of Bayelsa. You have the full support of my government to sustain this investment and to build on it. So the MD and the MD of Bayelsa here and the MD of Pioneer here are hereby directed that immediately after this maiden flight, what should be reflected on our aircraft is Bayelsa Air or Air Bayelsa. And some people were out there saying, oh, let the governor. The governor said he's going to acquire aircraft. Where are the aircrafts? Today, those naysayers would have seen the aircrafts. Some felt the governor used it as a way to siphon money. No, not this governor. Even for this maiden flight, we had to call the Minister of Aviation, the DG, before they granted us a temporary airworthiness, because there are certain procedures that must be done before the permanent one will be granted. And therefore, I have already directed Pioneer Airlines and the MD that in no distant date, all of those procedures must be completed. Before Christmas, this commercial airline must be functional.
Senator, Commander Father Benson, and other members of the National Assembly. Excellency, sir.
To the glory of God and for the use of mankind, I cut this tape for the Bayelsa Airlines to fly from this day safely to all other parts of Nigeria and even beyond. In the name of God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
We will now proceed on the guidance track.
Let's not concentrate the weight on one side, please. Those are going down. Wow.